Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome once again to another episode of Nasaha with Naomi. If you're new here, karibu sana. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly do so by hitting the subscribe button below. Also remember to turn on the notification bell so that you can be able to be notified whenever I upload a video. Also remember to follow me on Instagram. On Instagram I go by Nasimiu Boaz, so kindly follow me. Follow me on Facebook. I'm Naomi Nasimiu, and God bless you so much. So today we continue with another video or another episode of the Temperaments. Last week we started looking at temperaments, and I say that this month I'm celebrating 7 years in marriage, and I'm so happy because so far, although there have been ups and downs, I thank God that it did not go to too much extremes. And one of the reasons why we've been able to walk this journey of marriage until this far is because we understood, my husband and I understood each other's temperaments. So last week we were looking at the sanguine, and we saw that the sanguine is an extrovert, meaning a sanguine is an outgoing person, a person who wants to be seen and heard. So today we are going to look at another extrovert, and today we are looking at the choleric. We are looking at the choleric, and the choleric is also an extrovert. The choleric is outgoing. The choleric wants to be seen, wants to be heard, wants to be in command. So the difference between the choleric and the sanguine, if I'm to use a symbol, I can say the sanguine is like the sunshine. The sanguine wants to make other people around them happy. The sanguine doesn't want to see people sad. The sanguine is the life of the party. Now, the choleric, the symbol that I will use for the choleric is fire. The choleric is a fiery red hot. So this is a person who wants to be in command, wants to be seen, and wants to be heard. But you'll find that most of the times, the people who are around them fear them. Why? Because of some of the characteristics that we are going to look at. So one, the choleric is very bossy. So this one, the people who want to push, a choleric is a person who wants to push other people around. There are people who want to push issues, to work to their advantage or to work the way they want them to work. So they strive to be leaders. Wherever they are, they strive to be leaders. And this does not mean that they make very good leaders, especially in the corporate world or in the global scene. It does not necessarily mean that they make good leaders, but it simply means that they want to be leaders, even in small, they want their voice to be heard, and they want people to follow what they say. So they seek to be in control of situations. They want to be in control. To them, no issue is too big, no issue is too overwhelming. They want to be in control every time. So they seek to be on top, and they seek to be the best. And you find that most of the times, the choleric is a workaholic. Why? Because they want to be on top. They want to see results. They also use very commanding language when they are talking to other people. They don't know how to request. You find most of the time they don't know how to be polite. They don't know how to ask for something in a good way. So they will be commanding, even when they don't mean to command an issue, to command a person. Then they are very firm and forceful in their approach to problems. Very firm. So they don't waver. And they want to tackle, whenever an issue or a problem comes, they want to tackle it head on. So just like the sanguine, the cholerics have their strengths and they have their weaknesses. So we are going to look at the strengths first, and the first strength of a choleric is that this one is a born leader. As I've said at the beginning, they strive to be in leadership positions. They want to be at the top. And at times, if they're not given this position, you find that they will be in conflict with people who are around them. So they are born leaders. That is one strength. Another one is that they must correct wrongs. So whenever they see that something is not right, something is not going on well, maybe it is at the workplace, maybe it is in the family, they will address it head on. They don't beat around the bush. So they go straight to the point. They tell you this and this and this is wrong, and so we must make it right. So strength number 2, they must correct wrongs. Another strength is that they are strong-willed and decisive. They don't waver when they are making decisions. They don't make a decision today and tomorrow they make another decision. Unlike the sanguine, the sanguine will make a decision today, then tomorrow they think, this one is not working, for my good, or it is not working to my advantage. So they change their mind. But the choleric is very decisive. When a choleric says no, it is no. When a choleric says yes, it is yes. So they are very strong-willed and decisive. Another strength is that they are unemotional. So they will not be carried away by situations. They will not, let's say for example they are in a relationship, you find most of the time they will not just start crying. They're not too emotional like the sanguine. So you find that they are unemotional. Their minds are very clear. You find most of the times their minds are very, very clear. So they are unemotional. They don't get carried away very fast, by the tide or by the wind, if it is fashion, by the trends. They're not easily carried away. Then they're not easily discouraged. That is another strength. They're not easily discouraged. So even if because they are strong-willed, when they focus their mind on doing something, you find that they will focus on that. They will not waver. They will not listen to other voices around them discouraging them. So they will just focus on whatever they are doing until they achieve whatever they want to achieve. So they are not easily discouraged. Another strength that they have is that they are very independent. These are people who don't depend on other people. They are people who, if it is at work, if they have income, even if it is very little, they know how to manage their income. They will not depend. They will not, you find most of the time, they will not go around borrowing. So they are very, very independent. Even in a relationship, you find that they are very, they do not portray the aspect of being needy or needing the other person to a level of desperation. So they are very independent in everything they do in all areas of their lives. So they have their strengths and they have their weaknesses. So we are going to look at their weaknesses. So their weakness number 1 is that they can be bossy. They are people who like pushing other people around. They like commanding, even if they don't mean to, they will command other people around. So one weakness, they are very bossy. 2, they can be very impatient, especially in workplace or in a family setup. You find that they want decisions to be made very fast. They want their voice to be heard, and they don't want to listen to other people's opinions. So they are very impatient. Akisema sahi, this is what you are going to do. They want it to be done now and now, not any other time. So they are very, very impatient. Another weakness is that they are quick-tempered. These are people who get angry very easily. Something very small, maybe you are even making fun of them, just cracking a joke, but they will take it so heavily. Maybe you're making a joke about them, they will take it so heavily and they will be very offended, and they will be, they'll be very angry. And remember, these are extroverts, so once they get annoyed, they'll not keep it to themselves. They'll come out lashing at you. Remember, we've compared them to to fire, a fiery, a fiery red hot flame. So they will come lashing at you, accusing you. So they are very quick tempered. Even in families, you find these are the kind of people, it is very easy for them, to raise a hand and slap their partner, slap your spouse, because you have been offended. So they are very quick tempered. Another weakness is that they can't relax. They are always on their toes. We've said that you find in the workplace, most of them, you find that they are workaholics. So because they want to be on top, they want results. So you find that they can't relax. They are always on their toes. They are trying to look at what will work, what will not work, what will work, what direction are we supposed to take. So they cannot relax. They are always busy. Another weakness that they have is that they enjoy controversy and arguments, especially if their opinion is not being heard. So maybe you're in a meeting or in a setup where you're discussing something, and then other people raise their opinions, and the choleric in the meeting is not for that opinion. They will start to raise arguments and bring controversies, some which even you can't understand. They don't have heads, they don't have tails. You don't know where this controversy is coming from. You cannot place the basis of their argument, but simply because their opinion has not been heard, their voice is not being followed. So you find that they will be very argumentative, raising arguments, and they will be very controversial. Another weakness is that they won't give up when losing. So these are people who are always winners. Remember, they are born leaders. So winning is in their blood. They must win. They are very competitive in everything they do, and they have to win. Another weakness is that they are unemotional and unsympathetic. As much as this one was also in their strengths, but it is also a weakness, because you find in a case where a choleric maybe, let's say, has been grieved, you find that they will not, unlike the sanguine, they will not pour out their emotions. They will not cry. They will try to justify, or something bad has happened to another person, they will try to justify or to look for a reason why something wrong happened. So you find that they're very unemotional, which is a very big weakness, and very unsympathetic even to other people. If it is someone who has been fired maybe at the workplace, they must find a reason. They have reasons. They say this one maybe hakuwa anafanya kazi vizuri. Unajua, if it is in a marriage setup, you hear, how can you do that to your spouse? So they are very unsympathetic. They will find a reason as to why something happened. Then another weakness is that they have little tolerance for mistakes. They have little tolerance for mistakes. So you find most of the time, especially in the workplace, if a choleric is your boss, they will not understand. If you are to achieve something, maybe you had a deadline and then you don't beat your deadline, they will not want to understand. So they want you to, to be perfect. They want you to be perfect. They have little tolerance for mistakes. Others don't tolerate mistakes at all. They have to understand that all of us are humans, and human is to err. Once in a while, as a human being, you commit mistakes. So you find most of the times cholerics don't tolerate mistakes. Then another weakness is that they can often manipulate people. Why? Because they want their voice to be heard. They want to control things. They are bossy, so they manipulate other people. If it is a person who is in authority, you find that most of the times they will threaten you. They will sound as if they're threatening you. If it is in the workplace, they will threaten you. Maybe you will lose your job. If it is in marriage, they will threaten you. Maybe that maybe it is your husband or wife, that maybe he or she will leave you. So they often can manipulate people because of their bossy nature. Then they are workaholics. So that is another weakness. They are workaholics. So work is their driving force. Another weakness is that they make decisions on other people's behalves. So you find that they will decide for you because they know what is best for you. If it is in a company, they know what will work for the company. So they will not come and sit down with you, call for a meeting, see what works, see what does not. They already have, the right, they already have the decisions on their fingertips, or so they think. So you find that most of the times they will make decisions for other people. If it is in a marriage setup, you find that your spouse is making decisions for you. We're going to buy land in such and such a place. We are going to build this kind of a house. We are going to buy this kind of a car. We are going to have this how many children in our marriage. You see, if it is in an engagement setup, we're going to have our wedding in such and such a place. So and so will be our best couple. So they do not seek the opinion of other people. Most of the time, they make decisions on other people's behalf, and this can be hurting to the other party. Why? Because everybody needs their voice to be heard. Then another weakness is that they can be perceived to know everything, and that is why most of the times they behave as if they know everything. Not that they really know, but they think they know everything. And so this in connection to the previous weakness, so this leads them to make decisions for other people. So these are some of the characteristics of a choleric person. I don't know, yourself, maybe if you are choleric, or if your temperament, maybe you can comment in the comment section below. So that will be it for today. Next time we're going to look at the introverts, and we are going to start with the melancholic. Remember to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Remember to like, remember to comment. Kindly give your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this video. And as I said, remember to follow me on Instagram, remember to follow me on Facebook. Part 1 of this where we were talking about the sanguine will be in the description box. So I love you so much. Thank you so much for your support. I don't take it for granted. And until next time, bye bye and God bless you.